And here we go from my very comfortable home. I welcome you to this Q105 Facebook Live and talk to someone who's living life a little less comfortably for the next week or so. What's up, Orlando?
Oh, man, Gino, thank you for having me on. I appreciate you sharing your shine with the Children's Home Network and the Toy Drive.
This is how many years in a row now?
11. Yeah, this is the 11th year. Yeah.
What's the vibe now on day 4? Is this where it starts to get real?
I mean, it does. I mean, well, I started Friday at 5, so we've officially gone through 2 full days, and I'm on my 3rd. So I try not to push through it too fast and enjoy it, because there are always little nuggets and little things you take away, and you're like, I'm really glad that happened. And like, you get to meet a lot of the people that you meet on the air, and you don't really get to know them, but you know their voice. And when they walk up, you're like, oh my God, I know you. And yesterday, Dominic came up, and first thing I said when I heard him say, oh, I got this for a girl, but you also said boys. And I'm like, you're Dominic, aren't you? He's like, how do you know? Because we're married to your voice every day when you call in. So you get the chance to see the people who you don't necessarily get to meet in person. And I love that part.
Or now in the social media world, it's like, can you do the pose that you do in your profile photo?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how's the progress going so far this year? I'm thinking day 4 because you started Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this is kind of day 4 for you. How are we pacing? Are we on pace?
We are. I mean, I think we're doing pretty well. We added the weekend. We used to be 5 days. We took it to 8 so we can get a weekend prior, because that gets everybody warmed up and acclimated so they can enter their week knowing when they'll give, instead of waiting to start on a Monday and then it starts slow and gets going about Wednesday. This is where it picks up. This is where our audience members are corralling their people at work and saying, hey, let's put this together. My fantasy football league, we sent out a message yesterday saying, hey, guys, let's all go down and take some stuff as a collective to Orlando. So people are starting to kind of get it, because after the week of football and everything else and great sunshine for Saturday and Sunday, people are out and about. So they got a chance to see it and make it a part of their week this week.
Yeah, you've had very good luck so far for weather this year. In fact, I looked at the forecast. I mean, this year, Santa's been nice to you. You've been a good boy.
Very, very nice. This is all a gift for me, I got to tell you, because I've never worn shorts on the Toy Drive Tower, and I've had them on for 2 days so far. And I'm like, I'm shocked, mind blown.
For those who are new to this, what Orlando is doing, this is for the Children's Home Network out of Tampa. He lives 30 feet above the city for 8 days straight, no breaks. I mean, you stay up there for 8 days. It's not like you just take a night off, sneak off around 3 a.m, come back at 5. You live it, man.
It wouldn't be fair if we did that. I mean, I think I tell people this is like a big tree, and I'm the big brown round ornament that's up on top of it hanging out. But I just, because I feel like I'm the least important of the process. The people giving, the people sharing, the people going on their social media and sharing, hey, man, this is going on down in West Shore Plaza. Like, they see the structure and they really don't get it. Some people relocated to our area, so they're not aware. So just the fact that people sharing it is really important. I don't lift a box. I don't roll a bike onto a truck. I don't do any of that stuff. Our street team, our elves that are downstairs, our, volunteers from many of the companies that volunteer to help us, they do all the heavy lifting. I'm really just up here being the ornament on the street. I just hang out. That's what I do.
Let's shout out some of those businesses who help, because as I was watching these videos that we're seeing here on the side, it's like I see a lot of the same names every year. I know Steps Towing always steps up.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Achieva Credit Union is in there. I mean, of course, Demesman and Dover, that's our presenting sponsor. I mean, we have breakfast sponsors. I mean, we have all kinds. 1-800-ASK Gary that you're showing on the screen right there. Roz is always here giving and telling me not to be scared or confused. So, I mean, it's really a family of listeners and a collective of great people. Like, Walmart starts us off every year with a check. And we did the math, because they gave $17,000 on day 1. I hadn't even spent a night here yet and already started. I never started with 0 with them. They're our official, like, Toy Drive, bike, toy, and gift card headquarters. And they start us off with a check that was from the collective stores around the Bay Area. And they do so much. The math shows that they've given $79,000 over the run of what we've done with the Toy Drive Tower in the last, I think they've been involved like the last 7 years. So 6 years. Yeah. So they've done a lot. Our sponsors really help us help the children's home, and we see the results.
Talk a little bit about the Children's Home Network and the work that they do. It's not just one age group. A lot of people think in organizations like this helping just little kids, but man, I always try to emphasize this every time when we talk to you every year. Buy for the little ones. We love the little ones, but the big kids too, teenagers, gift cards. What's up this year?
The Children's Home Network has been in operation since 1892, just to put that in perspective. I mean, we're talking a couple decades after the Civil War. Like, I mean, they know what they're doing. And so I trust them and I love their program. We were talking with Devin Anderson, who is their director of development on day one. And she was saying that, you know, what we are proud of is the fact that the results of this toy drive and other philanthropic efforts through the holiday have helped them grow into 3 new programs. And when you talk about something that's been 100 years plus in the workings and growing, they added a cottage that's dedicated to special needs and development, people who have disabilities. And they have professionals that are there to help them through their issues that are specific to that cottage. They've only been able to afford that because of the help that's come from drives just like this. So they handle foster care on campus, but also there are people who have had enough love to bring and into the family, but maybe not have the expense to handle Christmas. That's where the toy drive comes in and helps them, you know, even with their kinship program, they instead of the way we learned it in the movies with Daddy Warbucks and Little Orphan Annie, and there's an evil orphanage and the lady that makes them do all the cleaning. Realistically, when they get a call, they try and find a family member that can take you in, and then they will give you the assets that you need to be able to afford to do so. So they try and do that with family members first. It's called their kinship program. And I love that because it really kind of blew away all of the movie type of stuff that I knew about this kind of deal. So I just love that program and love the fact that it's centered around kids finding their forever home. We had 2 people who reached out to us just since Friday for information on how to become a foster family. What better thing under the tree than, hey, I have a place for you. You're coming home with me. Yeah. Like that's the best gift ever. So if I can stay up here for 8 days and they do the incredible work they do for the other 357, I think that's the great year for the Children's Home Network and for the kids.
Last year you did around 800 bikes, I think I read.
It was like 668, something like that. Yeah. I mean, and $86,000 in gift cards. And honestly, I never set limits or goals or whatever, because sometimes it fluctuates where bikes are more prevalent than when we went through pandemic and everyone got fit. You couldn't find bikes, but everybody was giving, you know, their stimulus money. So it's like it kind of fluctuates. So I really never really concentrate on numbers. I just concentrate on the people who've been involved, coming back and sharing it with friends so more people can join the party.
You don't, but it does make such a huge difference. And it's like I like to give people tangible ideas, you know, as they're watching this. There's 2 things you can do. If you have the ability to donate monetarily, you can do that right online to the Children's Home Network via the WiLD 94.1 website. But if you could bring a bike by, or a lot easier to carry on a bike if you got a little Toyota like I've got, gift cards are great.
Gift cards work, yeah.
Specifically about, like, you know, these teenagers, they want to go on dates, man. Like, you know, a gift card to the movies or to a restaurant, like to a Chili's or something like that. What are the wish list items do you think this year that would really help out a lot?
I think makeup is big. I was telling my daughters that because my daughters were like, Dad, what can we get? We've given bikes. I said, you know what? There are girls out there like you ladies. My daughters are 13 and 15, and they want to play with makeup now. They want to try and, you know, see what works for them. And one is in high school now. And so they kind of, you know, show their independence that way. And what better than them to go down to Sephora or Ultra or something like that and get some makeup packages for the ladies who are in there trying to get their look right and get their, as they say, their face knocked out or beat or whatever the models call it on the runway, you know, and do it that way. So my daughters are now focusing on makeup for the girls that are teens. I think that's just as incredible as a pair of kicks for a kid or an Applebee's gift card so you can take his girl to maybe a movie and dinner. So the teens get a little bit overshadowed because people think toy drive and think little bitty cute babies, but they're 15-year-old cute kids too who are there waiting for their forever home as well. So we like to make sure they're taken care of.
Yep. One thing I always like to do, if you're just watching that last shot, you see in the background, the man is living in a tent. I love to do the little tour to show how Orlando lives.
Well, okay. Well, that's where the magic happens. This is my tent.
Or lack of.
Or lack of. I mean, come on. Now, let's see here. I can show you in here because I make my bed every morning.
Very nice.
There we go. All right. Let's see over here. I have a master bedroom. So I have a master bath. Yeah, that's where that happens. This is my balcony out here.
So you can do the traffic reports.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then I have all of my view over here as well. So we're doing the Lord's work out here. we're literally on the ark.
I see the micro there. Let's give a little shout out to the elves downstairs. Where are they?
Oh yeah, they are down here. And I think they are inside the tent right now. We're actually at 17,777. Hey Gino, wave up. You're on with us right now on live.
There they are.
Yeah, Toy Drive vibes. Yeah, he is absolutely like the firecracker. As soon as somebody comes in for a donation, he's like, "Hey, all right, girl, you done brought me a bike," and he makes everybody feel like a star. And I think that's the big thing. We always want everyone to feel like their giving matters, and the kids, no matter what they do. I mean, we've had people run over to Dollar Tree and grab stuff, or over to Hobby Lobby and grab some things for artwork, and they pull in and we act like they brought 10, 20 bikes, because you want to make people feel like they're really appreciated. They're the stars. They are. I mean, the Cake Girl, the Rustic Love Vintage, and more. Like, these are all people who are contributing, and we want everybody to feel as big as our sponsors and clients.
You know, I don't think actually I've meant to say it. I don't think we've said it yet. Is where specifically you are? You're at West Shore.
I am. First year here too. It's brand new location. Yeah. West Shore Plaza, right on here on the corner of Kennedy and West Shore Boulevard, and we love it. I mean, it's honestly, it's great because it's the holiday season and a lot of people are shopping, and everybody's back to going and feel comfortable in malls and stuff. And so we're right here in the parking lot, and we loved it over there, but they're building where we used to be. I think there's a Dunkin' or something that's going up there, so we decided to make a move.
Now, hang on, let me go back to the other shot. I just saw food. And those who watch the various broadcasts of Orlando over the years of Toy Drive have noticed that the donations have gotten bigger. Orlando has gotten smaller. How hard is it to eat healthy when you're doing this for 8 days? I saw some Heineken and McDonald's.
It's hard because when you make bad decisions when you don't have options. and my guys are all making sure I'm fed and fed well. So I have, let's see. I mean, I'll go in the fridge here. I can always have me nice meatballs. See, this is nice keto snack. It's all protein, no carbs, no bad stuff. And you eat that way, and you're never going to have an emergency. And then I make sure they get all of the good stuff.
All right. So we mentioned you're at West Shore. This is day whatever, but when do you come down from the tower? You're there until
not until Saturday, December 10th.
What time Saturday?
5 o'clock. So everybody got time to take part and join in on the party.
All right. I was just gonna say, if you can hang for a couple more hours. I was thinking about doing the Saturday dance party.
No, I gotta be off so I can dance in the car like I always do.
All right, very good. All right, Orlando is at West Shore Plaza. All the information is at wild941.com. And
/ Toy Drive. / Toy Drive. Maybe we'll throw that in there so they can know how to get there direct.
And also, you can obviously donate online if it's available to you. Yeah, head on out with a bike. Head on out with some gift cards. But you know, money is people think it's like a cold and impersonal gift, but it really is what makes the most difference. So if money is what you can do, and you're online right now watching this, wild941.com / Toy Drive.
I'm going to move around because I know you like to move around. So I'm going to move around while you wrap it up here. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And I know you guys are using the Gino jamming on the Saturday night dance party, but this is what you're doing it for. Right out here. When you look around and you see us, we're here. We got Santa. We got all of the snowmen and everything else. And, of course, the broadcast center. So all we need is you.
And the other thing is, you never know who's going to drop by. It wasn't Lil Wayne. Who dropped by like 2 or 3 years ago?
Lil Jon. Lil Jon came up. Lotto came up. Yeah. Yeah, all of these guys come through, and it's really awesome because they come in to do a show, and next thing you know, they come up and say, "Yo," I mean, we didn't even know Lil Jon had foster brothers and sisters. When he came up, just because we are friends, he was like, "Man, of course, I'll come up and say, hey, I'm gonna be in town." And he came up, and then he realized that it was a foster benefit, and he's like, "Man, did you not know that I have a foster brother and a foster sister?" And I'm like, "I had no idea." He said, "Oh my God." And the kids showed up then. And so he just went in his pocket because he has that Jimmy John's endorsement, and he had like 100 gift certificates. He started throwing them out to the kids and going down. Then he ran downstairs and he hung out. He was only supposed to be here like 20 minutes. He spent an hour and a half with the kids because he was just so moved with it. And he came upstairs. He's like, "Bro, why didn't you tell me?" I was like, "Man, I didn't know you had an affinity for the foster program. I just wanted you to come by because I wanted your support, you know, and I didn't want him to give anything. If you have Lil Jon come up here and hit you with the what? You know, I mean, that gives everybody enough attention to come down, and he's like a carny. He's going to bring everybody to the party." So it was a moment, and we tend to have those every now and then.
You asked him to join you, and he said, "Okay."
You were waiting for that one.
Orlando, thanks for all you do, brother. This is such a cool thing you do every year. You're such a trooper, and I didn't realize the time extension this year. 8 days is a huge commitment, man, and the kids.
Yeah, we're all right. You know what? It's a good thing, and I do appreciate you for rolling up your sleeves and doing this from home too, man. This is extra work for you, so I appreciate you tapping in with me.
I appreciate it. By the way, as I mentioned online, listen, if you can't do a bike, if you can't do a gift card, if you can't do cash, one thing you can do is just share this. Go to wild941.com, share that link, because you know what? You got 100 friends on your Facebook page. Maybe 10 or 15 of them can part with $10 for a gift card. So whatever you can do to help, man, this is such a great cause, and this is an amazing thing he does for 8 days and 8 nights. This man lives large, man. I know how he lives. So for him to love it like this, I admire you, man, because I'm a wuss. I'd last like 3 days.
No, you got it. Trust me, if I have to tap out, I think they're calling you first.
All right, wild941.com. Check him out, Orlando. We'll see you soon, brother.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Gino. Thanks, guys.